Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 212A, it's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Erlenberg under the command of Yarbaz of OLIMP. Game on. Well, he's got the big howitzer, the 203mm B4 howitzer. It's capable of doing 900 alpha, 52mm pen, and it's got a 10.4 meters burst radius, which is actually quite a big footprint. And on top of that, it's got a stun duration of between 12.5 and 28 seconds, so pretty powerful. It does have a very narrow arc though. It's 8 degrees, 4 degrees either side of the center line, which means that it dials in very quickly, but the slightest movement and you get rescue bloom as he got there. Okay, Object 260 is the target. He's going to try and shoot through the gap. I wouldn't do that because the gap's very narrow. Yeah, all he got was some stun on the 260. The gap there is just too narrow to get through. I know it may look as if it's the same gap as the gap in the building a little further away, but it's not. It's actually a lot smaller. You're much better aiming for the gap as he's doing at the moment. That is more likely to splash the 260 or hit direct. Rounds out. Well, it happened again, but I think that was more RNG than bad luck there. He might be able to get the shell to go through the trees there and hit that 268 version 4. Standard reload for this Arty, 37.39 seconds, and we can see Yarbaz has got it down to 30.94. So he has dropped the reload by about 8 seconds. Rounds out on the Tiger. Again, he's getting bad luck because that shell should have hit the Tiger Mouse and possibly even tracked him in the middle of the bridge, which might have led to more damage. It looks like there's an STB-1 up near the castle who's shooting right through the gap at those tanks and hitting them. In fact, he's got a whole bunch of tanks in that gap now and he's going to go for them. Tiger Mouse first. Rounds out. Good hit. And the guy goes down immediately afterwards. So he's got the assist on that as well. Pattern tank now. I think they're having a lot of difficulty trying to get past that mouse, but the mouse actually pulled back there, and I think that may have been a mistake to do that. Okay, can he hit this pattern? No, because he's actually gone through. Oh, no, this is interesting because we've got a Type 5 heavy, and there is a gap there that he can use to hit that guy. Rounds out. Direct hit. Beautiful. 387 from that one. Stunned him, makes him slow, easy to hit, and there's plenty of windows. Oh yes, he took a hit. 437 stun assist there. Yes, he took a nice hit there, solid hit, because he stunned the guy. Now we appear to be doing quite well on this side of the map at the moment, and we've got an E50M. Now that's the Entwicklung series tank, the tier 10 medium. Rounds out. Direct hit. I've no idea what sort of damage he's done, but that was definitely a direct hit. Now we've got a Tiger Mouse by the rear, just the other side of the river. He's attacking our Object 140. We're almost loaded. Now, can we get a shot on him? The STB-1's coming over to get involved. You can see him approaching rapidly on the mini-map. Rounds out. It hits the Tiger Mouse, but it also stunned our Object 140 in the process. And here comes the STB-1. And I think he wants a piece of that Tiger Mouse. Now he's kind of got himself caught in there. And now the STB-1 is starting to pummel him with rounds to his rear. Now he did take one round from across the river, but I think he wants that Tiger Mouse. One more to kill, and the Object 140 gets it instead. Okay, Object 268 version 4. Now that's the Bobject, and he suddenly stopped. dead where he was, because I think he sees the STB-1, and he's going up the slope. We're loaded. Rounds out. Beautiful kill. Right into the side. Seen so many objects been taken out by decent shots that don't come from the front. They actually come from the sides or the rear, and they catch the object on one of the weak spots, which of course is where their armor is the least. The enemy 140 goes down. There's only 6 left on the enemy team now. They are starting to suffer. Got more hit points as well. Now we did see an Object 704 and... oh, now that's interesting. There's an Object 704 and according to the list, there's a Wizzy 113 GFT in that corner or in that area. Now the Type 5 just went down to our Object 780. And we're looking again at that E50 who's just around the corner. Of course, the E50M has a different transmission to the standard E50, the Tier 9 version. And that's not an E50, that's a Kunstpanzer. But that tower is getting in the way, so we need to change position if we're going to get a shot on the that guy. The E50's gone around the other side. Oh, there he is. Okay, now, can we get a shot on him? Now we're still dialing in after changing or moving. Rounds out. Well, he definitely got a piece of him for 209, but it was a splash on the ground. And you can see where he was hit. It was on the upper plate. That was the previous shot that hit the E50, and it hit the upper plate. Now there's the Wizzy 113 GFT. Is that the guy who was hit earlier with a blind shot? It might be. He was missing some hit points when we saw him. Rounds out, firing on that corner. Well, the good news is the attack that was being done through the town has been completely and thoroughly defeated. The enemy does not have any tanks at all on the east side of the map, and now we're hunting down the last remaining tanks. There's only 3: the Arty, a Wizzy 113 GFT, and that Object 704. And there's the Wizzy, there's the 704 at the back. You can just see him. Rounds out. Just missed. 11 hit points from that. Oh, but he does go down while he was stunned, so yes, we get the benefit there. The 704's gone, and only the last Arty, and he's just gone down, so that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first ace tanker for Yabaz of OLIMP in the 212A. Congratulations. That is a major milestone because the 212A is one of the staples of the Tier 9 Arty. This one and the M53, M55 are the most fun to play because they generate the most damage. They really are quite heavy. Well, some people would argue that the Batchat 155-55 is pretty good. But no, or even say that the FB3805 is good. And I would agree that it can be. But I think that the mainstays of the Tier 9s are the 212A and the M53, M55. And Yabaz has now cracked it. So he's got his ace. And he'll be getting more of them soon. Just as soon as he works his way up the marking the MOE trail. Okay, so he got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He got 9. And he got a Confederate as well, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate was 2,412, which is very good. Let's have a look at team score. Well, sadly, he did not get the highest damage in this game. That went to the Object 260 on the enemy team. The guy he first aimed at, actually, funnily enough, that was their best player. 4,906 hit points of damage went to him. Didn't get any kills though, he just got a lot of damage. Second highest damage went to our Bosch, he got 3,661, and the third highest damage went to the Mouse with 3,572. Yabaz actually got a mid-table score of 2,382, but it's not really a mid-table score because if you look at the score overall, you can see that his team was full of really good players. And so in actual fact, that's about par with some of the best ones there. So when it comes to kills, it's the ST1. He managed to get 3 kills. Yes, I'm pretty sure he was shooting through that little arch, that tiny little arch, and hitting enemy tanks who really couldn't see him because he was just too far away. And 2 kills went to the Foch, the Gorilla 15, and the Object 140. And on the enemy team, their Arty, the M53, M55, the Object 268 version 4, which of course Yabaz managed to kill, and the Kunstpanzer. They all had 2 kills as well. And Yabaz only had the 1 kill. It was the 268 version 4. When it came to base XP, though, he's in 2nd place. The ST1 got 1,138. Then we've got Yabaz with 1,094. They were the only 2 players who got over 1,000. And the 3rd place goes to the Foch. Shh, don't talk about Foch Club. Yep, 994 went to him in 3rd place. My jokes are really terrible. 12 shots fired, so not a lot of shots fired to get an ace tanker, and a first ace tanker at that, but it was effective. He got 6 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but he did get 14 splash, so he got more splashes than he did actual shots fired, and that indicates that he was getting the shots where they could do the most work on the enemy. 2,382 hit points of damage, all of it done at more than 300 meters, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 1, and he also did 1,767 hit points of stun assists off 12 stuns, so combined damage of about 4,000. Now he earned 22,266 credits from that game, and he also got a nice 2,461 experience points as well to go with it. But a first ace tanker is always a lovely thing to get, and in fact we're going to be seeing more than a few first ace tankers over the next couple of days because yes, loads of them have been starting to come in. People who are buying tanks for the first time, trying them out, really enjoying them and getting great results, and they're sending in the replays. So you will get to see more than a few. But this one belongs to Yabaz, and congratulations for getting it, because I'm sure you're going to be spending a lot of time with this Arty. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and of course it gets your videos noticed by other people, because if they see lots of comments, then they distribute and share the video around and they put it in the feeds of other people who like World of Tanks and like Arty for that matter, and then they get to see it and they comment on your videos and get to see them, and of course that's really great for the channel as a whole. Thank you for watching.